For the very first time ever, history was made in two different ways here at the Sierra Vista Community Theatre for Clue on Stage. And that is why we are checking in here on this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. It was the fastest sellout in the history of the Sierra Vista Community Theatre, and the first time ever that a show has been extended. And we get to talk to our good friend Jason Cabrera, the board of directors president for the Sierra Vista Community Theatre. Jason, this is historic, man.
It is.
And we're so excited to come back here because we were just here a couple weeks ago for the opening.
Yep.
And now here we are, knowing that it was sold out as quickly as it was.
Fastest sellout we've ever had.
And let's talk about the extension. So now it's extended until when? Clue on Stage.
So we got another week. That means we're going to have shows on the 5th, 6th, and the 7th. So those those tickets are now available online. And as you can imagine, we suggest that you go now if you want a ticket and get them now, because they sold out. We were sold out after the very first weekend of the show. And that has never happened before.
Wow. Unbelievable. Obviously, the response to this has just been electric all across social media and from people. Obviously, mainly because of...
of course. You're the only reason, really.
Well, exactly. No, it's amazing to see this and to be a part of something like this. I mean, you know how much I love you guys and everything you do here, and watching the success of this particular show. What is it about this show, Jason?
You know what it is? It is first off, you have to start with the actors, because this might be the best ensemble cast we've ever had. I mean, the absolute way they're able to encapsulate their characters. I mean, there's 3 brand new actors that have never been on our stage before that are in the primary cast and are phenomenal, and they just found where they wanted to be and just leaned into it. And there's some of these characters, if you come see it, you'll see are hysterical and within the bounds of the show. So it's great. There's also a lot of improv that we threw in to kind of help with things like scene changes and stuff like that. That's huge. And our actors are so good at doing that it really makes the show just a bit more enjoyable. And then there's the tech aspect of this show. This might be the most amount of moves. I think one of my techs actually counted them, and they said they had like 156 individual tech moves, which means different walls moving in and things moving around. And we've got things that are hanging from the ceiling, maybe bodies hanging from the ceiling. Spoiler alert. Lots of really cool stuff that people have never seen before in this theater. So I think all of that has really worked together. And then, of course, there is our director, Mike Buck, who is no longer here.
I was going to bring that up next.
I know. He's in England. The guy went to England for a master's program in acting. So, I mean, he's about as legitimate as you get. This was his first time ever directing a main stage show, and he knocked it out of the park. The show is phenomenal.
Well, it shows the successes. It goes even further than just Mike, even though he's a huge part of this thing, and he still is, obviously, even though he's not here physically. But for him to be here in spirit for every single show, and then getting the show notes and things like that after every production and performance of this thing. So where do you go from here? I mean, let's talk about it. So Clue extended all the way through September 5th, 6th, 7th?
5th, 6th, 7th, yep.
Okay, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So again, you can get your tickets right now in the post description. You will find those tickets links in the post description. Don't wait, because if you do,
they will be gone.
They will be. There's only a limited number of seats that you can squeeze in here. Will there still be walk-ups available possibly for the extended week?
Yes, but understand that is subject to availability, and we'll tell you at the door. We open the doors at 6:30 on Fridays and Saturdays, so that means you better be in line at 6.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to actually get a seat, and then of course there's the Sunday matinee, which we open the doors at 2:30. Show starts at 3, so I get here at 2. If you want to walk up, but I highly suggest go online, svcommunitytheater.org, get your tickets there, because they're going to be gone.
And let's look ahead. So maybe people aren't able to get to Clue. What's the next show that they can get tickets for?
So the next show is a personal favorite of mine. And it is The Producers by Mel Brooks. And it is classic, hysterical musical. I am lucky to be in that cast. I'm actually playing Max Bialystock in that particular show. We have rehearsal tonight. That's why we got our wonderful producer's couch out here. But we actually had our first run last night, and it went great. I mean, it was a stumble through because it's the first time we've done it. But man, it was funny. We were laughing all night. All of our designers were here watching to make sure they had the right idea of what they needed to do. And we've got some really, really great talent in this show coming up.
Well, and that's one thing that this place, it never lacks talent. There's always an incredible variety of it on this stage. For those who are maybe watching this thinking, gosh, you know, all the success of this that I'm hearing more and more about, maybe they have a little acting bug inside of them that's kind of itching. And how can they scratch that itch?
There are so many ways. If you come in almost any night, we're in rehearsal for something. We're doing so right now. We're working in here for producers. In the next room, in our rehearsal space, we've got our youth one acts, and they're in the middle of doing things. So youths, there's a place for you here. You can also go online, svcommunitytheater.org, and we've got a link that you can click on that'll take you right to a volunteer page, and you can say exactly what you're interested in doing. We always put out audition notices when we've got auditions coming out. In fact, we have auditions coming up soon for our Christmas show, which is coming right after Producers, and that is Miracle on 34th Street. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really fun.
Talk about just bangers back to back to back. I mean, that's crazy to think about. The rest of this year is loaded for the Sierra Vista Community Theater. And if you went to see Clue already, leave us some love in the live chat. Let us know what you thought about it, and tag your friends and family that need to get in for the 5th, 6th, and 7th for the final shows, extended one more week right here at the Sierra Vista Community Theater in the mall at Sierra Vista. Do not wait to get your tickets. And are tickets available for the Producers yet?
They are.
Okay,
yes.
see, so if you can't get Clue, get the Producers, for crying out loud.
You're going to want to see that one.
Get in there and watch the magic happen. There's something magical about this place. And I've been fortunate to be on this stage, be on that stage, and you know, just kind of help with little things here and there. And there's nothing like it. And supporting the arts is something that's super important, especially in smaller communities or, you know, more rural communities like Cochise County. Being able to see the talent that's out there, see first-time actors on this stage who are blowing people away with their gifts of acting and all the other fun things that go along with it. So again, maybe you're thinking about acting, maybe you're thinking about tech side or things like that. Come see Jason. Talk to him about this, because they will do their best to find a place for you here at the Sierra Vista Community Theater. But most of all, support the arts. Get a ticket, whatever tickets are left. Do we know if any tickets are left by now when we get this out for the 5th, 6th, and 7th?
Last I checked, I think we'd already sold 30 tickets for that weekend. So
okay, there's still a few more. Yeah, exactly. There's a few more to go. And by the time this video gets released, I'm sure that the Cool F Empire will take care of the rest of those. But make sure you get them. Get your tickets to see Clue on Stage, extended by popular demand for the first time ever. One extra week going the 5th, 6th, and 7th of September. Followed up by the Producers, followed up by Miracle on 34th Street. It's going to be an amazing end of the year for all of us in the community, because Sierra Vista Community Theater is all about the community. Jason, thanks so much for letting us check in with you, man. As always, good to see you, and break a leg for all the stuff you're doing with Producers and everything else with the rest of this year. Thank you for watching this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Broken 2 records, fastest sellout, and extended 1 week. Clue on Stage. Get your tickets now. Check the post description, and we will check in with you again later on. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
As always.